Minus pause. Stop. Pause. Button. Speak.
Hello guys, I want you to join me as I do my cooking and go on a fucking rant. Yes, there's going to be swearing, so I'm going to restrict the viewing audience on my YouTube video creation page. Trust me, I will have to fucking do that because I'm going to be fucking swearing. And if any grown-up, responsible adult out there says, please don't swear because my kids are around and they'll hear, well, guess what, responsible parent? You be the responsible adult and you dictate what your kids listen to, because I fucking certainly won't. Alright, moving on. Because I don't dictate what happens with other people. They dictate themselves or they can fuck off. Alright. Next. I want to rant about all the... Actually, give me a sec. I'm just going to pause myself and take a quick...
Speech on. Pause. Stop. Button. Pause.
Take a quick Lulu break. Go to the Lulu and I will be back in a second.
Minus pause. Button. Speech off.
Okay, I'm back. I'm just going to take some washing or dried washing out of my dryer. I'm just going to lock this phone. I don't need to unlock it at the moment. And I'm going to replace it with my washing. Oh no, I've got a lot of clothes. Oh, fuck. Hang on. I have to... didn't anticipate myself with this washing. Oh, shit. I did not. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, something's wrong with me today. Anyway, I've got it all sorted, so not a problem. Not an actual problem, maybe. Right. I will be cooking in a few minutes. I just have to sort out some washing, so give me 10 minutes. Yeah, so while I'm doing housework, my fucking rant is how horrible the American president is for starting a war that wasn't even his to friggin' start. He had no fucking business dragging Israel through the mud. But that's okay. If you all anti-Semites want to hate on Israel, you can do that. I won't, but go ahead. Some people call Benjamin Netanyahu Satan-Yahu, or Satan-Yahu, or whatever you call Satan-Yahu. I don't know how you say it. Anyway, go right ahead if you don't like Israel. That's you. That's your problem. America illegally dragged Israel into this fucking war with Iran and is blaming everyone for that. Yeah, he's not blaming himself. He's not blaming his very poor his very piss poor job of running the country. He's blaming everyone else. And I am frankly fucking sick of it. I not only hate Donald Trump, I really hope karma gets him really quick. And I hope he suffers for fucking ever for what he did the past few days, let alone the past 12 months. He needs to suffer for fucking ever. And one more warning to you grown-up responsible adults out there. Don't comment on my video and dictate how you want me to talk around your kids, because I don't live with your kids, I don't live with you, and if you can't be responsible for what you're listening to or separate yourself from your kids or whatever, not only is it your problem, but you kind of might need to go to parenting classes or send your kids to daycare or something. Because I'm not about to parent your children for you. Am I fucking clear with that one? Right, I hope so. So now to continue my rant. I'm going to sharpen my large knife because it's fucking blunt. And yes, for anybody's fat information, I'm only sharpening the knife so I can cut my vegetables. I am not sharpening my knife for any other reason. So don't jump down my throat and carry on a heap of shit that isn't necessary, because I won't listen. The piece of shit American president, he needs to go to jail, or worse, he needs to be executed with whatever procedure of execution they've got these days. He needs the death penalty. I don't know what to say about Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He's obviously doing the best he can to run his country. I don't think all of his decisions he's making is always right. I think he could do a better job as Israeli Prime Minister. You know, don't get me wrong, I don't think he's 100% in the right, and I don't think everything he does is legal. I think he's, how do I say it without being anti-Semitic? Because I'm not an anti-Semite, okay? I don't hate Jewish people. I do not hate Israel. I don't hate, it's not real Jewish people. No, I do not hate Israel. It is real. And I do not hate Jewish people. They are real, okay? Get that straight before coming after me. Right? Right. Now, that said, I do think Benjamin Netanyahu can be an asshole sometimes. He can be a cunt. He does need to check himself a bit. He needs to do a bit of his own research before assuming and dictating poor decisions and, you know, piss poor fucking piss poor organisation of his country. So don't get me wrong, he is not always right, and he fucks up. And he acts like a cunt when he wants to, okay? Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I get that Benjamin Netanyahu is wanting to prove a point that Israel exists and is real and the Jews have a right to exist. I totally fucking get that. Okay? You know, despite me thinking or believing that Netanyahu needs to do a better job of running this country, I don't think I need to use up all that sweet potato. Yeah, the sweet potato is very big, actually, so I don't think I need to use it all up. Same with the pumpkin. Somehow. So I'm going to cut a little bit of sweet potato. How much is a little bit? Probably that much. Because otherwise, yeah, a little bit more sweet potato. Just give me a second, guys. Anyway, even though I think Israel needs to be run a little bit better, I definitely think Netanyahu, he's not poor, he can be more responsible, he can stop being spineless, he can say, no, Mr. Trumpet, you dog, you aren't taking us into an illegal war with Iran. That is not necessary to start. But Mr. Netanyahu is a little spineless, okay? The Jewish people go along with him because, hey, some of them are, I say some, are horrible bastards. Most are just decent people trying to do the best they can with a horrible government that they can't get rid of. Or they feel they can't get rid of. Okay? So, where's the peeler? Where is this? It's there somewhere. Oh yeah, I've got it. Now I'm peeling stuff before I cut an onion because I don't want to have to worry about peeling stuff later when I'm cooking my mince with onion, and I'll explain why in a minute. In any case, Netanyahu is being a little bit spineless and he's not sticking up for his countrymen, saying, hey, President Trump, you bloody stupid asshole, we aren't going to join you in starting your fucking war that isn't necessary to start, you piece of shit. Netanyahu does need to get off his ass and be a little bit more of a man, yeah, but life is how it is, people are not perfect, and yeah, Netanyahu, maybe he's just doing the best he can with, what he's got. I think he could do better, but what can I say? What can I say? The war is illegal. It didn't need to happen. Secondly, Mr. American Trumpet, yeah, he needs to go right now. He is absolutely horrible. Mr. Trump is horrible. I don't like him. I never have liked him. I'm not going to start liking him. It would help if I bring the peeler over the potato and not over my fucking finger. Oh my god. Luckily it's only a little nick, but a little nick is a nick. Dickhead. What a dick. Anyway, I'll try something different. I haven't cut this bit of sweet potato in half, I'm just going to peel around the edge. Peel around it until I've got it all peeled. Might be the easiest way to not nick myself. But in any case, the fucking asshole of an American president needs his ass kicked into next week. I hope whatever Iran does will be a really good lesson for the Americans not to fucking start wars that they can't win. America started a war in Vietnam and didn't win. America started a war with fucking Iraq and they didn't win. I am so sick of America meddling in everyone else's affairs because it thinks it is bigger and tougher than everyone else, and then when it gets hit in the mouth, it goes, oh fuck, I didn't realise someone was stronger than me. Ah shit, I didn't realise that someone could bully me a lot harder than I could bully them. Oh crap, you know. The dog thinks he can bully anybody, and then he gets a punch in the mouth and he goes, oh shit. Oh shit, alright. Maybe he shouldn't put his nose where it's not bloody wanted. If he did that for a start, he might get along with everyone a bit better. Now I've got a bone to pick with our Australian politicians, none of whom I actually like, if you want me to be quite honest. I do not like any of them. I hate Pauline Hanson. I hate Anthony Albanese. I absolutely hate all of them. I hate every fucking one of them. I do not like any of our politicians at all. I don't like them. They all need ditching. All of them. They are no good. A lot of people are getting on the bandwagon saying, oh, vote for One Nation, Pauline Hanson's got what it takes. She is an absolute fucking cunt. Why would anyone want to vote for a racist piece of shit who does not want anyone besides white people in her country? She is typical of white supremacists. She is a fucking white supremacist piece of shit. And you guys are falling for her fucking lies. She is nothing but a fucking white person supporter. She doesn't like black people, she doesn't like... She does not like Christians, she does not like Muslims, she does not like any other fucking religion. Okay? She just wants white people. She is a white supremacist piece of crap. I hate her. Pauline Hanson is fucking horrible. She went to fucking jail as a criminal. Do you know that? She went to jail as a fucking criminal, and everyone wants a criminal to run this country. A criminal! Who the fuck in their right mind wants a criminal to run the country? Eh? Say that again, please? Can you please say it again? I didn't hear you. Can you say it again? Come on, guys. You need to get serious. Who wants a goddamn criminal to run this fucking country? This is why Australia has gone to shit. Because of criminals thinking they can be goody two-shoes. I'm better than everybody. Fucking politicians. I cannot stand fucking any of them. They are all heartless bastards. all these fuckheads who think the best of Pauline Hanson, I feel so sorry for you. You want to support a racist, white supremacist, do-gooder who went to fucking jail as a criminal, and you think she is the best since sliced bread. Guys, really? Are we fucking certain about this? Because anyone who thinks Pauline Hanson is worth her salt needs to go to the psych unit and possibly jail for absolutely ever. You want a convicted criminal to run this friggin' country, obviously. How the fuck can you do that? The only reason I'm ranting as well as cooking without actually getting, having an accident, is because I had a decent rest today and I am able to concentrate while talking, while cooking, because I had a friggin' decent rest today. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to save my rant for another day because this isn't working. It's lucky I know how to cut pumpkin into small pieces and then use a knife to kind of carve the skin off without making fuck-ups. Because if I couldn't do that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to save the rant for another day, I think. I would have to. Because, yeah, my safety is more important than having a rant, But when some piece of shit criminal is convicted and goes to jail and tries to say, boo-hoo, I went to jail for nothing, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, I can run the country. I know I'm a convicted criminal, but I'm pretty sure I'll be nice to everyone, boo-hoo. But I'm a white supremacist piece of shit, by the way, boo-hoo. Well, we don't need someone like that in our corner of the woods, do we? No, we don't. So, it's high time we booted her out of office. Pauline Hanson, please explain. And please do us a favour, darling. Please, darling, would you mind getting arrested again, please, darling? Because we all hate you. And we don't want you in our society, sweetheart. So, with that all fucking said, my other fucking rant is people getting on bloody TikTok and making themselves look at me. I go to the doctor. I get all these different diagnoses. I go there and I get attention so that I can take all the drugs I want without being labelled as a drug addict, a fucking junkie. Guess what? That attitude is why the rest of us can't get the help we need, because doctors now have to confirm and prove that the rest of us are not looking for ways to abuse drugs. Hey? Go figure. And please go fuck off to a deserted island and take all the fucking drugs you want. Because I go to the doctor and I say, I hope I'm doing okay, I think I'm fine, and the doctor says, no you're not. And I just go, I'm going to make sure you're not making a mistake. Doc is not making a mistake. Doc is treating me for something. Does that make me happy that I'm seeking drugs because I like drugs and I want drugs and I'm a junkie? No, it fucking actually doesn't. So anyone going to the doctors to get all these fucking diagnoses that you don't fucking need, go and fuck yourself. I'm in my kitchen, and before anyone assumes anything, yes, I like cooking. I sometimes don't like cooking, but mostly I like cooking. So, you know, cooking's not bad. I don't mind cooking. But I'm slogging away in this kitchen, working my ass off, cooking healthy veggies, while some bloody fuck-ass junkie is out there seeking and look at me, I need to, you know, try and prove all these different problems that I don't have because, you know, I just need to prove that I need drugs. Do you? I'm sitting here cooking my nice vegetables, you know, a bit of meat, wishing fucking gall that I didn't need any medical attention or diagnostic testing or anything. All these people that get out there looking for drugs from their doctor because they cannot buy those drugs on the black market anymore, really need to count themselves lucky that they are not actually sitting at the doctor going, excuse me lady, excuse me dude, man, lady, or transgender, or whoever. Are you telling me I'm sick because you're talking to the wrong person? Are you making a mistake today? And they go, I'm sorry man / lady, whoever you are. No, I double checked everything, I'll do it again. But you know, we need to treat this and we need to fix that and we need to do all these other things because, you know, and I'm sitting there thinking, what? Like, I want to not be looking for, well, not looking. I don't want to be getting told, oh, you need to look for various treatment options because I don't want all of that shit in my fucking life. I don't go to the doctor and say, hey doc, I have 6 symptoms today. I want you to give me a diagnosis because these 6 symptoms have to be this problem, have to be that problem, have to be X, have to be Y, have to be Z. Diagnose me today, please, just for the sake of, it has to be this problem, it has to be this disease. You must be gaslighting me because, doc, you're wrong, and you know these symptoms, and you're gaslighting me because you want me to die. Oh, I didn't know that most medical doctors want people to drop dead. In fact, I know that most medical doctors want people to fucking live, actually. Hey, I forgot. Most doctors actually want us to live. Hey? most doctors actually want people to stay alive. So when some poor doctor goes and tells me something that I don't want to hear, and I start crying and I say, well, can you lie to me today and tell me nothing's wrong? I'd like you to gaslight me today. And they go, oh, we don't gaslight people like that. What's wrong? What's wrong? You told me something I don't want to hear, and I'd rather you just say I'm fine, thanks. Oh, we can't do that because that goes against our medical practice guidelines and I'd lose my job. If I tell you that you aren't ill, and I'll make up a diagnosis here because I won't tell you the real thing. If I see that you've got, I'm going to make up a diagnosis. If I see that you've got a brain tumour and you say, no, it's not a brain tumour, I'm fine, and let's say I'm the doctor and I have to tell you that you've got brain cancer, right? I then come along and say, no doc, I don't have brain cancer. The doctor has to legally allow me to get a second opinion because doctors can make mistakes. Or if I like this doctor very much and I know that I only get a second opinion if the doctor says, oh well, I reckon you have this brain cancer going on, haven't seen it much in people, I'm going to get you a second opinion. You can come back to see me anytime. I'm pretty sure you've got cancer. I know it's hard to hear it, I'm sorry to hear it. That you've got to hear it, sorry. And I have to tell you, even if you disagree with it, and then I get a second opinion and I go, nah, just don't say all that, doc. I just want you to tell me I'm fine. It is illegal when the doctor finds out and they double check that you're sick. It is totally illegal for the doctor to lie to you and say, well, I'm going to gaslight you today and just say that you're okay and you're making it all up in your head and it's psychosomatic. It isn't cancer, it's fine. You're right, you're just anxious and scared of nothing. Don't worry about it. The doctor is not allowed to do that. If they did, and I died of cancer, and the police get the coroner involved, and oh crap, it was cancer, mate, that doctor would go to prison for 20 years. That doctor would go to jail and probably die in prison. Yep, some doctors will make a mistake and they'll go to prison for a couple of years and be like, oh, I fucked up, I won't do that again. Yes, doctors do make mistakes. But most doctors, when they make a mistake, are going to backtrack and go, oh, I might have said something wrong, I'm going to double check myself to make sure I'm not wrong. And if I am, I will find out how I've messed up and fix it, because I don't want you to get sick, I don't want you to die, I don't want all these things. So for some psychotic, mentally ill, hypochondriac, factitious, Munchausen person to get on TikTok and say, hey, I went to the doctor today and they were so lovely, but you know, they gaslighted me. And they didn't want to accept that I have 15 symptoms of this particular illness. Because, hey, don't worry, it might not be that particular illness, but anyway, whatever. Yeah, some people really, truly piss me off to no fucking end. And I'm sitting here at home cooking going, how come the doctors are checking me 15 million times to determine that I have a problem that needs treatment every day or I'll die? I'm not going to last long. If I just ditch my treatments tomorrow, I'm not going to survive for very long. I'll go to the hospital and I'll live on life support for 3 months and I'll eventually get better. So before I actually die, I will be found very sick and I will not be allowed to die in the first place. There is a chance if I did get really sick I could still die. So, but with the way people are in this country, it's probably not going to happen. So, the best course of action is to take the fucking treatment prescribed, right, and it will get adjusted as necessary, right? It will get adjusted as necessary. So, I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I wish the doctors would just not say anything to me. Because I don't want 15 symptoms to be a particular problem. I just want to say, oh, I'm stressed out, it's fine, and that's it. But that's not going to happen, is it? No, so I have to deal with all this shit because people don't want to count themselves lucky that they do probably have 10 symptoms of an illness, but they might be perfectly fine with treatment and they might even get off their treatment plan. There's options, there's needles, there's medicines, there's IV drips, there's 100 million fucking options. Alright? So people need to count themselves lucky that they can get treatment for 10 various symptoms and they might not need treatment for the rest of their lives. So I'm sitting here cooking because, hey, I like cooking. I like cutting veggies. I do have accidents and get a little bit of, skin damage from the knife going across my hand. I'm like, oh, and I'll pull my hand away. And it's not a severe, serious injury, but I have to be careful just to, to stay safe. I'm all about cutting vegetables the best way I can. They're not all evenly cut, but they're cut small pieces, small bits, but they're not all going to be cut perfectly even. It's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. It's life. I just have to deal with it. So anyway, bugger me if I have to enjoy cooking while sitting there going, oh, I wish the doctor could tell me that my 15 symptoms will go away in 6 months' time. But no, that's not going to happen, is it? No, I just have to deal with it because you've got to learn to live with it, don't you? Yeah, I think I want to get diagnosed with an illness today because it's the new fashion and it's the weekly trend because I'll get more pain medication and I'll get more drugs. That's right. I just have to keep getting sick all the time because I'll get all the media attention and all the limelight and I'll get all the special care I want. Me? I just want to live my life without doctors and nurses and medical tests and special care and drugs and attention and reminders. Yes, doc, I'm happy to take this medicine, but it's a strong one. So, if you see me not being compliant, e.g. declining to take it, please don't forget that that's because I'm not used to taking this medicine every day. Do you understand? And then the doctor has to say, yes, lady, I do. But just remember, some of your medicines can be taken and forgotten about at will. You don't have to take every single medicine every day. But please remember, lady, if you're not well, you really have to take that medicine, even if you don't take it every day. Yeah. Maybe I won't. Yes, I will. Because you know what? There are certain drugs I don't need every day of the week, so I can just take some and leave some. But there's other medicine that I can't just say, well, I don't want to take it every day of the week. I don't need that every day of the week. I don't want to take it every day of the week. Well, you know what? I kind of don't have a choice about that. I either take it or I fucking collapse. It's a choice I need to make. Take it or collapse. So I just take my medicine because I'm like, if it's stopping me from passing out and dying, going to hospital for 3 months, yeah, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. No problem, I'll take that. I'll take that because I don't want to collapse all of a sudden, maybe. I just don't need to collapse all of a sudden when I can live my life, sit here and cook my food or stand there and cook my food, enjoy cooking. I can peel and cut my veggies, all the hard ones like carrot and celery and that. I can then start the mince with the onions, obviously. Start the onions, start the mince. Throw all the veggies into the pan, cook them up. Make a nice yummy curry out of it. Enjoy healthy food. Freeze it for later. And hope to God nothing worse happens to me. Because this fucking TikTok trend of I'm going to go to the doctor and then I'm going to record myself berating the doctor because they just won't cooperate with my fantasizing thoughts about how I'd love to have an illness. Would you really love to have an illness? Ah, really now? I don't think so. But anyway, people can love what they want. They can love anything. I certainly don't. I certainly do not. I have a hard enough time when I accidentally nick myself when I'm cutting veggies and I'm like, wow, fucking hurts like a paper cart. You know, that's hard enough to deal with. But I still cook. Eh? I still bloody cook. Because I know if I want to eat, I have to cook. I know if I want my veggies, I have to fucking cook them. Because otherwise I won't be getting any veggies. Yeah? Go figure. Go bloody figure. Anyway, I am happy to cut my veggies while I talk, because let me say this, I'm not very happy to go to the doctor just for them to say something for me to go, oh, I didn't really need to hear that. And they go, well, you do need to hear it because if you don't, you're going to be collapsing. So you don't want to hear that. No, I fucking don't actually, but thank you for reminding me of what I already know. Or what I should already know but don't want to hear it. I don't want to think about it, don't want to hear it. Now, can the doctor get on TikTok and tell all these fucking idiots who get on TikTok looking for a way to get drugs to actually stop wasting resources and wasting bloody time on shit that they don't need. Because really, just, oh, for God's sake. The amount of toddlers, or the amount of adult toddlers that get on that friggin' TikTok app and act like it's the end of the fucking world is beyond me. It's beyond my understanding. I don't get it. I don't understand any of it. I eat all the veggies in the fucking universe. And I still have to put up with bloody shit that I don't want to hear about. So people getting on TikTok and whinging like the world's about to pass away, they really need a swift kick in the mouth. Because that's what their attitude is fucking asking for. I swear Murphy's Law kicks in every time I say I'm going to spend this next 6 months away from the doctor. I'm going to spend the next 6 months looking for the most healthiest, enjoyable recipes to keep cooking or putting through the blender, or usually for me it's cooking. And the next thing I know, oh God, another fucking stupid fucking medical appointment. Jesus. I eat a huge thing of cooked veggies just because I love cooked veggies. I love them when they're nicely cooked and there's curry sauce mixed through it, and not too spicy, just nice, and it's yum. And that's all just so that some fucking doctors can go, oh, now that we've got you all set up, you got all the treatment options you could possibly want, we'll start signing you up for all these other fucking options just because nobody wants you to die. And that's good. That's good on their part to make sure I live. But while people are getting on TikTok and crying because, oh, I wish my doctor would confirm my pseudoscience diagnosis. I wish they could say that, oh, I don't have factitious disorder, just so that I can, not worry about it. Oh my God. And I sit there telling myself every fucking waking day of the week, today, when you see the doctor, just be, imaginary and psychosomatic, please, for fuck's sakes. No. I have better things to do than be imaginary. I have better things to do than be psychosomatic. Yeah? I have better things to do in my life than make everything about fucking cancer and syndromes that are very, very, very uncommon. Very uncommon. ADHD. I don't think it's as common as people make it out to be. I think people just look for a reason to have ADHD. I don't think it's as bloody well documented as what people fucking make out. But no worries. Most people have ADD apparently. Most people have that orthostatic tachycardia fucking syndrome. What a heap of shit. You know what it is? It's tachycardia from fucking anxiety, and the quicker you can understand that, the better off you'll be in life. Don't get me wrong, there might be an exception to the rule, even for the Munchausen syndrome patient who says, I have a fast heart rate, I've got this pot's illness, you know, when it isn't. One day their diagnosis might actually be right. You know, the doctor will keep saying, no, you keep diagnosing yourself, you just keep saying all that stuff because it's not true, and you need to start accepting that your mental health is more important than your made up stories. Yeah, the symptoms might be real, but you're making up whatever illness you want to get attention, and one day, oh, this person really does have an illness, holy shit. So not only do medical doctors, most of the time, even, you know, when I say most of the time, some doctors do get it wrong, but most of the time they have to deal with the little boy who cried wolf. One day a little boy kept on crying wolf, and everyone kept going out into the village, and the little boy kept on crying because, oh, I don't want the wolf to eat me, and there was no wolf. So the little boy kept on crying wolf every single day of the week. One day, the little boy started crying, there's a wolf in the forest, they're coming after my sheep, oh my God, please come and help me. So everyone said, hey, are you sure there's a wolf out there? Are you sure you're not just making up stories or getting scared of the boogeyman? No, there's a wolf, come and help me. So everyone didn't take him serious, and the wolf came and ate him and all of his sheep. So, not only do medical providers have to deal with the little boy who cried wolf every day of the week, sometimes they get the little boys who cry wolf, who might have a wolf chasing them. And the question is, why the fuck are you making up stories every day? Why are you blaming every symptom on cancer? Why are you blaming a fast heart rate on heart attack or stroke or some other bullshit excuse? And then when it is serious, oh my God. Even if it does become a serious problem, don't cry about it every day, because it's not a serious problem every day of the week. You know, when it does come to, when it does become serious, that's the time to start crying over it. So I'm cooking my fucking veggies. And I have to put up with fucking doctor's appointments and tests and all this shit all the fucking time, just to make everyone happy that I'm doing okay, which I guess when you think of it like that, that's good. But I'm so angry. I am so angry that I have to deal with keeping myself relatively healthy, because some things are out of my control and I'm not perfect, and health is not 100% perfect. So I am 90% healthy and have to fucking stay that way. Oh, my hand. Ow! Fucking hand. Ouch! Luckily it's only like a little graze. Oh. Oh, little fucking graze. Ouch. Oh, it's only a little graze. Alright. So yeah, I have to fucking make sure I'm as healthy as physically possible. Albeit a few problems that I physically can't control. And maybe my health fucks up because I just physically cannot change that. I physically can't change any of that shit. But with me doing everything I can not to get sick, and these fucking doctors are having to say, oh well, we're going to keep signing you up to medical treatment options, tell us if something isn't working or you get worse or this or that. I'm sitting there going, some people really need to fucking wake up to themselves. You know, oh, the cabbage, I forgot the cabbage. Oh shit, where's the cabbage? Where's the damn cabbage? Where is it? No, that's broccoli. Where's the fucking cabbage? Where is it? Oh! I don't know where I put my fucking cabbage. Where is it? Oh! Where's the cabbage, you freaking asshole? Where is it? Ah, there it is. I only need half of that. So yeah, I am trying to stay as healthy as possible so I can be signed on to and offer various medical options and take certain medications permanently forever and ever. And people get on TikTok because no one has the time or the audacity to get on there and say, grow up and start being responsible for your own fucking healthcare. And grow up and actually stop lying to the doctors all the time. Because lying literally gets you nowhere. Lying gets you fucking nowhere. So stop doing it. Really, just quit it. It's okay to honestly say, hey, I've got all these different symptoms, doc, what is it? I know I did some Google searching and Google seems to be wrong 90% of the time. Can you please check on it, doc? Oh, I don't think it's true. Oh, I think it's... Oh, I don't think so. Just check anyway. And here I fucking am. Because I go there and I tell the truth and I just say, oh, I read some pieces of shit website information and it's crap. Can you see that? Yeah, it's not true, is it? But you got all these symptoms. The website will say something that's not necessarily true, but you know, it'll say, oh, it's this problem, it's that problem. Get the doctor to check for this and that. Whereas the doctor doesn't need to do such a check, they just need to do another test, you know. But at least I can say, well, Google said this, Google said that. You know, I don't believe any of that. I don't think so. Just do your own checks, thank you. So that's what the doctors do. And they go, well, unfortunately this time, yeah, we kind of need to fix that. It's like, can you just say that I'm fine? No, you can't. Okay. Oh, fine, whatever. Whatever. Oh well, I guess you can't say I'm fine. But no worries, you still got people who are gonna act like the world's ending tomorrow. And you still got people who are gonna act like everything's someone else's fault. Everything has to be someone's fault. It can't be their own fault. It can't be their lack of responsibility. It has to be someone else's fucking fault. So that I say, whatever. Whatever, you know. I just can't be. Because people want to be stupid, and you cannot reason with stupid fucking people. You can't do it. I don't know anyone who can reason with a stupid person. So I'm here again, just happily go lucky, cutting my veggies. Yeah, I have a small cut on my hand. It's not good, but it's not severe, it's not deep. It's like a little graze kind of cut. Something you wouldn't keep doing if you can help it. Don't keep, making the same mistake over and over again. But at the same time, at least I know, well, I buggered up, so just be a bit more careful when I'm cutting my food. So that's what's happening. I'm being a bit more cautious, which is making it take even longer for me to cut my veggies, but oh well, I guess so what. I think that's the core of the cabbage. Yeah, I don't want the cabbage core. Don't want that. Don't think it really matters, does it? And I'm using a large stock pot because I love vegetables. I absolutely love veggies. I love them so much. I really enjoy veggies. I enjoy vegetables very much. I enjoy my veggies very much. So when people are stupid, and like I said, you cannot reason with a stupid person, but when people are really stupid and they go to the doctor and then they get on TikTok and cry, oh, this doctor gaslit me today and I still have the symptoms I went in with. Well, guess what? Maybe that's because you didn't give the doctor a chance to even explain that there is more than 100 medical conditions with your specific 10 fucking symptoms. Is that too difficult to work out? Oh, you poor baby. Oh, that's not good. I think we should give you a pat on the back and a pacifier to suck on, don't you? No, you don't. You need to be a responsible fucking adult and grow up. Ask the doctor the questions you need to ask him. And go, sorry to bother you, Doc, but yeah, I just want to go home. Can I think about this next week? And if they say nah, you better take it fucking seriously. If they say, well, yeah, okay, I want you to see me next week, we need to talk about your symptoms a bit more, but you're okay today, I think. If you're not well, come back sooner, but you most likely just having a bit of a crisis at the moment and you do need a bit of help, but I'm sure a rest will help you. Take it fucking seriously and just have a go at sitting around. And then if the next day you feel worse, go, fuck. And be a grown-up about it. But what should I say? What the hell should I fucking say? The fact that I love cooking veggies and I still have to see the fucking doctors all the time. Oh, you're looking really healthy, but I just want to make sure you don't collapse anytime in the next month, because the way you're handling things is really good, but people can have complications without any warning. And I'm sitting there thinking, could you please get on TikTok and actually tell people those things because, yeah. I'm sick of listening to bullshit videos that have no fucking basis in reality. No fucking basis whatsoever. Anyway, I suppose what else can I rant about? Apart from every single Australian politician needs to be booted out of office and soon. Like really. They need to be booted out yesterday. They need to go. And that dog in America, oh, he needs to be fucking... I can't say it on YouTube because of the thought police. But yes, he needs to be fucking somewhere, and he needs to be somewhere deep in a friggin' bunker, and he needs to be left in that bunker. I won't say how, please figure that out, but he needs to be left in a bunker somewhere in a way that he cannot get out. That is all I'm going to say about that. That is all I'm saying about that. Because, yeah, just, yeah. Yeah, is all I'm fucking saying. I will not say any more. But what I am going to say is, I'm not very happy that these attention-seeking fucking assholes are putting everybody to shame. Those who really, really need help. Because someone wants attention every fucking 5 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm cooking my veggies, hoping that it is enough to at least stop me from fucking going to the next room early. I honestly hope that Iran does as much damage to Europe and to America as feasibly possible. I really hope they will cause as much havoc as necessary to teach people a fucking lesson that you do not fuck with other countries without a necessity for doing so. You do not fuck with a country because you don't like something. You just do not do that. It's no good to anybody to fuck up a country because you don't like the government. Let the people deal with their own fucking affairs. I was sitting on the fence for a while, but now I'm like, yeah, actually Iran does need to cause a bit of havoc because people are not learning their damn lessons from, oh, don't tell me these onions are rotten. They are too. They are fucking rotten. Hang on, let me cut it open. It might be okay. Just. Yeah, it is okay. It's okay. It's only just okay. Fucking onion. Pieces of bloody rotten bit of onion there. Oh, fucking rotten piece of onion. Oh God. Have to get all that skin away. I hate this shit. Fucking onions just... Oh God. So yeah, the mess that America's in now, I don't have any sympathy for it. America should not have got involved in someone else's affairs in the first place, and America is at fault. So yeah, no sympathy from me whatsoever, because America is the one that started all this shit. So crying at me is not going to work. Crying at anybody is not going to work, because America is at fault. They did the wrong thing. They can bloody fucking suffer. A lot of people are blaming Israel for shit too, and I'm like, okay, well, Israel has done some stupid fucking things too. But that's no good blaming Israel for something that America started. I mean, Israel hasn't started. I mean, Israel got dragged by dragged into this shit by America. America dragged Australia into the Iraq War too. America drags every fucking country into any bullshit that it can come up with, because if I can get as many helpers as possible, I can still act like we're the best military in the fucking universe. Really? How about America actually learn to mind its own business? How about it learn to mind its own beeswax? It needs to mind its bloody business is what it needs to do. You know, it doesn't need to get involved in anyone else's affairs. It doesn't need to drag any other countries into business that's not anyone else's business too. So yeah, I guess we will see what happens. I'm not going to have any sympathy for America though. I don't like America. I don't like the way they fucking piss-farted around. I don't like their fucking policies. I don't live over there, but I cannot stand their stupid bloody way of, you know, they have to start whinging at the rest of us because they're not getting their own way. Well, America, start figuring things out for yourselves. Stop whinging, because you're not going to get help by whinging, and stop acting like a bunch of toddlers. America, I can't say all individuals, but America as a whole needs to kind of grow up. It's not a toddler anymore. Do people teach their kids that it's okay to be like Peter Pan, the little boy who never grew up? I'd love to live in such a world where I don't have to grow up, but that's not going to happen, is it? So America needs to stop all of its stupid fucking temper tantrums, crying wolf, starting illegal campaigns, invading other countries illegally. America is doing what Russia is doing to the Ukraine. Russia is just as bad as America. Russia is just as bad. America is invading Iran, and I genuinely hope Iran is strong enough to stand up and say, fuck off boys, we're dealing with our own affairs. Mind your fucking biz. Mind your biz. Get your nose out of it and lick your own ass instead of licking someone else's ass. Honestly, when we have more elections in Australia, I'm probably not going to vote for fucking none of them, because they're all shit. They are all shit. They all need to be bloody booted. They're all fucking crap. Why would I vote for any of the stupid assholes in Parliament in this country? They're all pieces of shit. I just can't believe most people want to vote for various political parties with no fucking consideration of what they're actually voting for. And it is fucking painful to even think about. It's so painful I feel like I want to take medication for a bloody headache. Like it's making me sick. How can people not know who they're fucking voting for? They're voting for sick-ass politicians who need to be put in jail. They're voting for a bunch of fucking hypocrites. I just cannot believe how people are so fucking gullible. People are as gullible as fuck. People are absolute, for the most part. Not everybody, but for the most part, people are fucking idiots. I got on TikTok and I blocked so many fucking profiles off there today. I blocked about 30 fucking profiles No, maybe 20 profiles, because eventually I thought, you know what, I need to actually cook dinner. And if I spend more time on TikTok, I won't be cooking fucking dinner. And after spending nearly 2 hours cutting veggies, maybe this is why my support worker panics and cuts them up for me, because she just cut, you know, chop, 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 chop. They're all done in 5 seconds. Cooking's done in about an hour. If the support workers cook for me, it's about half an hour. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm not my worker. I'm still going to choose to cook. I don't care what my workers think. I care when they're with me, but I don't care now. And if it takes me 2 hours to cut veggies and, you know, 35 minutes to cook, so what? That's my business, you know. But support workers will cut things up and have things ready in about half an hour. Cooking is done in half an hour. So it takes an hour to maybe an hour and a half for someone to cook for me, but it takes me nearly 2.5 hours for me to cook. But does that bother me? No, not really. I wouldn't say so. Why should it fucking bother me? Why should it honestly fucking bother me? Hang on, where's the... Turn that on for a start. Now, where are we going? There. Okay. I'm going to leave the stove on high and just cook nice and quickly. Nice and quickly. Nice and quick. Nice and fast. Need the heat around the whole thing. Okay. Now I'm going to leave the pan up nice and high, and I'm going to get ready to cook by doing a few dishes as I go, because that's more important than anything. Got to do the dishes as I go. So that's my... I'm going to wash this knife first. Get injured any further. I'm all about getting everything ready, doing my dishes as I go along. I'm not as quick as my support workers, but that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me at all. What matters to me is at least I actually try to do everything for myself. I actually try to stay independent. I do try. And if it takes me 5 hours to do something, it takes me fucking 5 hours to do something. It doesn't really bother me, so long as I do it. Support workers are not very happy. They're like, oh, this is taking you too long, I'll do it. Okay, whatever, do what you want. I don't care. Some people fire their workers over the most stupid fucking things too. It's okay to fire your worker if you don't like your worker. But firing them because you just don't like something it depends on what they said, I guess. But so many people get fucking offended these days and fire people over every fucking infraction. If there's one thing people need to count themselves lucky for in this country is that people with disabilities can actually get support workers. Really. If people can't handle that, then maybe they need to not have any workers. Maybe they need to have nothing, and maybe they need to sit on their ass at home doing nothing. I'm not saying that to excuse people when the workers are doing something wrong. If the workers are being an asshole, then yeah, get rid of them. They're not allowed to be assholes. They need to be fired. Get rid of them. But in saying that, if you've got to fire your worker because they've had to use their phone or they've had to fucking do something that you didn't like, maybe you should reconsider having fucking workers then, because they have to do their jobs, they have to receive funding for their jobs, and if you don't like that, go get a fucking support worker. By all means, if the workers are jerks, fire them. They are not allowed to be assholes. I had to get up my support worker over things. He's like, oh, okay, you know. And I'm like, well, it's not okay, actually. Definitely not okay. It's never okay. Ever. So, yeah, I have to give my support worker a chance to do the right thing. Otherwise, firing someone because, I had a go at someone and I don't like them, well, doesn't show you up as a very decent human being. And yeah, I am cooking fast because I want to cook fast. I have the right to cook fast. Obviously not too fast, you don't want to burn things. But I have the right to cook fast. If anyone comes knocking at my door and very nice says, hey, I see this happening, I see that happening, would you mind fixing it? Can I stay with you? Can I be friendly? Alright, not a problem. If they're an arsehole, you obviously aren't good at cooking. You need to do this. You're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. Look, fuck off out of my kitchen. I'm the one cooking. Go away. Get out. You're not my fucking driver. Go away. I'm not cooking for you. Fuck off. But if you're very decent, hey, can I tell you something? You look like when you're cooking your chicken, it doesn't look very cooked. Doesn't look right. Can I have a look and see what you're doing? Yeah, sure. Thank you for being nice to me about it. Thank you for being a wonderful helping friend. But being a jerk to me, get out. And if I get sick, I'll go to the hospital, doctors, whatever, usually hospital, and say, someone was a fucking asshole to me. So when I took them the wrong way and told them to fuck off out of my kitchen, sorry, it's a bit late, but maybe they should have been a little bit nicer about it. Sorry. Anyway, you know, I guess it just is how it is. Not much I can do about it. But there's a huge difference when people are nice to me and they get a positive response from me versus they're a complete fucking arsehole and I don't want to have nothing to do with them. Nothing. Unless they're in special circumstances, not well, get the shits happening, and they've got a reason, you know, like they're really sick or something's actually wrong, they're angry and they're not very happy and they can't help it because the things are beyond their control. They can't help it. Maybe I'll forgive that, because not everything can be 100% perfectly decent and nice. But Jesus, you know, if I'm cooking and someone starts bossing me around, yeah, I'm going to tell them to fuck off out of my kitchen. anyway, I guess not to worry. Not to really worry, I suppose. I'm going to put a bit more detergent on the fucking cloth and put that to the side, which I'm going to need it soon. And yeah, I'm going to be cooking, and I'm going to cook very, very fast because I can. I know how to cook fast. I know how to cook very fast. I know how to cook extremely fast, actually. By extremely fast, you still got to let the heat settle through the meat. You know, you can't say, oops, there we go, it's cooked. Like, you've got to cook the food. But I'm leaving the stove turned up. I'm leaving it all turned up. I'm mixing it all through the heat when it's all hot. I'm mixing it all through because I'm about to throw in some veggies soon. About to just chuck them all in there. So yeah, if this is what you call a slow cooking, even though I am cooking at a very hot temperature right now, well, my support worker's not here, and I don't always need my support worker to cook for me, so, you know, the difference with that is if someone says to me that they're really sick and they have genuinely got a major medical issue going on, and they go, you just got to learn to live with it, I'm like, I don't learn to live with it. If I'm sick, I want to find out what's making me sick and get better. Yeah, but I'll have to do this and I'll have to do that. Well, do all of that. Take responsibility. Grow up. Do all of that shit instead of fucking whinging. Yes, it's not good to be sick, but stop fucking whinging. Oh, ouch, I'm hurting myself. Oh, it's just the heat rising up from the cooking, burning. Oh, ow. What I'm doing is carefully crushing up all the mince, making sure there's no clumps. No clumps. Then I'm going to chuck in all the veggies and let it all cook in there. And then I'm going to throw the fucking sauce that I want in there, into there. Ouch. Have to crush up all that mince first, so that way when I start cooking the veggies I don't have to crush the mince up any further. Yeah, on a high heat with the stove turned all the way up high, it's only going to take 15 minutes to cook mince. 15 minutes. Ouch. There we go. There's mince flying out of the pan everywhere. Jesus, it's flying out everywhere. Oh God. I think because I was crushing it, but I was also flicking food everywhere. I didn't mean to flick it. Yuck, that happens sometimes. Nearly cooked. I can smell that it's nearly cooked, and I'm going to throw the veggies in there in a minute. we go. Gonna throw my veggies in there now. Oh, flicked more meat. More meat has gotten flicked out of the pan. I have physically flicked meat everywhere. Oh God, got meat all over the place. I've got it all back into the stock pot. But yeah, if meat can be flicked out of the stock pot, then I'm probably throwing the spatula and tossing my meat around too hard. But life is going to continue. Okay. I'm going to throw all those other vegetables down into the thing now. Throw them all in there. Oh! See? They're not even going into the pot, they're just going all over the fucking... Oh! Fuck this. Right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Now, all these veggies are... Oh God. Ouch. Can't even get them all to mix around properly. Hang on, this fucking pot is sitting off of the hot plate a bit too far. Okay. This is why I have a big stock pot, because yeah, all the veggies are going to cook into it now. All the veggies are going to start cooking into it, so I'm going to add there's veggies all over the fucking stove top. They're everywhere. Okay, got it sorted. Big thing of water. There we go. That's going to boil in nicely. There we go. There we go. See, I'm all about washing as you go, because then there's nothing to wash later. Nothing. Right, next time I do cooking, I'm just going to chop up my veggies and tip them into the pan the way I do it. Because putting it in a big bowl, I just tip food all over the floor and into the saucepan. So I get it all over the stove top and all over the bloody floor. Instead of just getting it all into the stovetop, into the crock pot, it's actually a stock pot, not a crock pot. But anyway, instead of getting it all into the stock pot, half of it goes onto the stove, the rest of it gets on the floor. But I've managed to put probably 90% of it into the bloody thing. Alright. Get rid of that fucking stuff off the stove. Get it all off. Oh, it's burnt on there. Alright. Just going to carefully mix all this around. Make sure the heat gets through there a bit more. There's a lot of pumpkin and sweet potato that needs to heat up. That'll take a while. Yeah. It's going to take a while to heat up all those bloody veggies. No problem. Honestly, the sooner the Trump administration can be replaced by a real American government, the better. America needs a real government, not the piss pot shit that they've got in fucking office right now. That government is absolutely toxic. It is fucking no good. No good at all. It is fucking toxic. And now that I've got my hazelnut coffee in a drawer, I am never going to give it away to anybody again. Even if I think, oh, I haven't been drinking much of that lately, I'm still going to keep it because one day I'm going to start drinking it all the time. Yeah, I have to remember that one. I used to be kind and give it away. Now I don't. People will have a coffee at my home, or they will not have a coffee. It is simple. They do not have to take, well, I don't have to give away my coffee just because I don't want it. Well, if I don't want it, I can leave it sitting there and it'll get used eventually. Right. Right, the food is now heating up very nicely. There is literally like bits of not sauce, vegetables burning onto the thing. But I've got that sorted. I've got it sorted. That's what I like about my lovely stock pot, is it's better than a slow cooker because you're basically doing it on the stove top. You're not having to turn the slow cooker on low and wait for 8 hours. None of that rubbish. None of that. You just cut up your food and you cook it. The next time I cook this, I'm going to be a bit more measured about it so that I don't cook too much food, but I've deliberately made a whole heap of frozen food, so I've made a whole heap of hot food to turn it into frozen food, so it doesn't really matter at this point. There we go, the veggies are cooking down into the food now. There we go. Nicely done. Very nice. It's all happening. I think what I need to do next time, the way I handled it's not bad, but next time what I need to be doing is cut up my onion, put it into the stock pot, put the mince into the stock pot, and while that's all cooking, I can be throwing in, 1 or 2 carrots, 2 or 3 celery sticks, because sometimes I want more meat and less veggies. Today I want more veggies and less meat, so if I want more meat, I just put less vegetables into it. Well, today I've got meat at the bottom and vegetables 3/4 of the way to the top of the stock pot. So I'm going to continue cooking my dinner. I'm going to see what other shit is going on YouTube.
Speak. Minus speak. Stop button.
And I will do another recording later because at the moment I'm cooking, and when I'm done cooking I will eat my food, and yeah, I guess there's not much else to talk about, and there's also not much else for me to do with this cooking recording because I'm essentially doing a stovetop version of a slow cooking type dish because I prefer the stovetop, but I've still got the slow cooker there. If I ever need to use it, I will use it, because if I get rid of it I will have to buy a new slow cooker. So yeah, I won't get rid of this slow cooker.
Stop.
So I will speak to you all later, and if I come up with something else to rant about, I'll talk about it. So yeah.
Stop button.